In this example, we are going to look at cropping some images, and we're going to look at overlaying some of the images on top of our video that we have playing. So in preparation for this, I've already downloaded 3 images. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select them all and I'm going to drag them in then to this timeline here. Now you'll notice as I've added these in, they've just been placed on top here. So as we play, you can see there's a static image which will change, and then there'll be another one then directly after. Now the reason for this obviously is because this is now just been placed on top of the video and you can't see the video anymore. If I expand and go back to the control tracks, you'll notice this will open a few options for us, and I can then put these onto different tracks should I wish to. And there is a limit to the number of tracks that we can use within Premiere Rush, but we shouldn't really hit that limit today. Now what we need to do is resize these. So I'm just going to move them over a little bit, and I'm going to put these two side by side, and I'm going to drag this one over here. Now you can see the video of the coffee machines playing, and then it just gets interrupted by this image here. So what I've done is I've clicked on this image to select it, and then I've clicked on the image on the actual video itself. Now if I use the drag handles here just to move this down, you'll notice this is a portrait image. So what I'm able to do is move that over now to the side, and if we just play that again, you can see it just bam appears as we are playing. Now you might want a gradual appear, so like a fade in or fade out. If we just zoom into this clip a little bit, what we can then do is we can use the filter options here, the effects, and then we can add in a different effect here. So I'm just going to add in a dissolve onto this here, just to show you what it's going to do. And there we are. You can see that one now gradually fades in and then goes out. So what about these up here? Well, let's say for argument's sake, I want to do the same on these. Let's click on this and we click on the side. So we're going to make that one a little bit smaller. And we're then going to drag this one down here, and we're going to place the other one then here. Now you'll notice they are side by side at the moment. So I'm going to put that one up there. What happens if we want them to all appear at the same time? Well, fortunately, that's very, very easy. If we move this one to be placed on the same timeline, you can see now both of these have appeared at the same time. Now, the only downside you have of this is if you look at the background that we have, the background is fairly sort of full on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the background image. I'm going to use the effects option here, and we're going to look for something which allows us to desaturate the background a little bit, or maybe even make it into a mono so it's a different color. The washed out there looks pretty good, and if we increase the intensity, that looks there pretty nice. So what we're going to now do is if we start playing this, the first clip comes in, disappears, and the other two come in as well. Now what we are going to have to look at with this and this range of clips is to potentially change how these look. Now if we double click on the actual clip itself, we can move them, and I'm just trying to make sure they're all as uniform as possible, so they look as good as can be. Now you are limited to the in terms of the controls that you can have on these. If you do need to edit the image, it might be an idea to import it into Photoshop and then do your edits in Photoshop first. But you can apply certain effects to these types of images as well. Okay, so you can add in different types. As you can see, this top image there is changing as we add in the different presets. What happens if you want all 3 images to come in at the same time? Well, what you'll need to do is make sure they're on different timelines. And as you can see with this one, we've now got the 3 which will come in one after the other, like so. What happens if you want to extend them? Well, quite easily, if you click on it and you drag it out, You can see how easy that is. So now with these 3 images, they're going to appear at the same time. What happens if you wanted to taper them? So you wanted one to come in, then another to come in, and then the last one? Well, quite simply, you can just pull them in gradually like so. Then the first one will appear, which is there. The second one then will appear, which is there. And then the third one will appear. And providing all of the clips align up here, they'll all disappear at the same time.